set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from Mexico City.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Tua. They complete it to Hill. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the grab by Croft.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert,
45 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And very little running room there.
He did get a couple up to the 49.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills,
Yep.
and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
2 in the Dolphins offense getting ready to take over once again. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it, and he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Review the play. Ruling on the field is converted.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And complete to Drake London. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And it's a fumble. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Falcons. Kaderl Hodge, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons have regained the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Tua now on 1st down. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Tua now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle,
44 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 6-play drive.
and it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Into the hands of London.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
I got you, baby. What's the deal right now?
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered, and this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visit.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completion left side to Miller.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's focus in.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It's complete. It's Miller. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Got London on the slant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now back to throw.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still second down.
On second down, Tua. And to the left side here, Wilson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Flushed out right.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
You ready to roll? Let's roll. Let's go, man. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw again. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, This thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. They got to walk that walk, baby.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Let's go, man.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late and tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Robinson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. They can't read us straight up. Let's go, fellas. Show what
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So Tua and the Dolphins down 17-14, a minute 38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.